Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are finally back. Welcome, Substantial Sundays. You know what I mean? Sherm, you have been missed, son. I've been traveling and such. Ain't been able to hang out with you. Sherm is frozen right now, by the way. This is what had to happen. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. My name's Substantial.
Hey!
Yeah.
What up, family?
Kept that going for a while. That was pretty impressive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, peace, y'all. What's going on? What's going on?
Refresh me here, man.
Welcome, Substantial Sundays. I am Substantial. This is my right.
I am Mr. F up.
Right.
Phone not turned down, man.
Getting to turn his volume down, man. Good old Sherm the Barber.
What up, family?
Yeah, man. Y'all have been missed, man. So sorry it's taking so long for us to get back up and running, man. So it's a lot been going on. I was out in Seattle a couple weeks ago for the homie Marcus D's wedding, which was beautiful. And then after that, I was in Florida with the Floridians. Shut the hell up, Christopher. You know, say he's making fun of me for saying Floridian. I don't know why that's so funny to him, but it is to him. But yeah, so shut up, Christopher. So yeah, Floridians. I was down there hanging out with my family, and then I also had a workshop and a show. And then I was planning to do it from down there, but then you know what I mean, like just all hell broke loose, and my body was just like, nah.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. It would have been all bad. Sitting there live on the air, like, welcome to it's doo-doo, baby. Like it'd been bad. It'd been bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was real. So, but we're back now, son. And that's
bike.
You know what I'm saying? How have you been, Sherm? I feel like
I've been good, man.
I ain't
I've
seen
been
you
good.
in a week, son.
Yeah,
It's been a grip.
It's almost been a month actually, because that's 2 weeks per show.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a week per show. No, yeah, a week per show. So that's 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's been like 3 weeks.
About half a month.
Yeah, something like that.
That's been pretty good, man. Can't really complain. I know, right? No play dates, man.
Yeah, saying, yeah, man. You know, but what's been new, man?
Nothing, man. No, it's not like, you know, this is according to you, which I'm not in the interworkings of the music, so I didn't know the slow period. So
yeah,
we're in a slow period for music right now. So yeah, man, I'm just like not really listening to a bunch of stuff right now, man. I've been watching some movies. I did get put on to the El Michelle Affair and the Minahan Street Band. Minahan Street Band, which was surprising, like a great addition to my music catalog.
If y'all aren't hip, y'all need to be listening to all of that. You know what I mean?
ELMICHEL Affair.
Yeah.
El Michelle Affair and Minahan Street Band.
Yeah, they've been doing their thing for a minute. Minahan hasn't put out anything in a while. I feel like El Michelle's been a little more active.
2017 was the last.
Yeah, El Michelle's pretty active. You know what I mean? But Minahan is probably my favorite of the two. I feel like they have like a fuller sound. You know what I mean? Like where El Michelle's really dope because it's real stripped down. It's just you know what I mean? But Minahan, like, it's crazy.
That's almost that James Brownish time.
Yeah, they are super dope. You know what I mean? It's like Minahan's almost like listening to Amy Winehouse's last album, like without Amy on it, where it's just the music. You know what I mean? Because like in terms of their arrangement and how they work, but they're super dope. They've been sampled by a lot of y'all favorite artists as well. So definitely check both of those acts out if you haven't. Both of those bands. Let's see what we missed.
This FSG is funny, man. I was actually listening to Section 80 the other day, man. Just went back and listened to some old Kendrick because I had nothing else, so I was like, fuck it. Let me go back and listen to some old shit that I ain't heard in a minute.
Right. Yeah, man. Happy Kwanzaa as well.
Oh, yeah. Habari Ghani. What's today?
Fourth day? The fifth day.
Fifth day. Okay.
Yeah, it's been flying this year.
Purpose. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so today is the fifth day of Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa to all of you who celebrate. My brother and I, Sherm, we've been celebrating Kwanzaa for a very long time. I feel like you've been celebrating most of your life, right?
Yeah, I've been celebrating Kwanzaa since I was probably about, I feel like since I was like 12 years old or something like that.
That's dope. That's super dope. Yeah, I was about the same age when I first met someone in my family who celebrated Kwanzaa. But I didn't start really celebrating until I was an adult. I was living in New York. And I used to go to these joints by myself, like straight up. Like, we just go to these Kwanzaa events that they had in Brooklyn, Dolo, and eventually Sheff started getting into it as well. And then when we had our family, you know, we started celebrating it as a whole. So happy Kwanzaa to those who celebrate. Any of y'all who got questions about Kwanzaa, feel free to throw them in the comments. Serious questions only, though. You know what I mean? Someone asked if we had a Kwanzaa since he was in Roots. Right, just do it. See. It's a habitual line step. Habitual line stuff. Mugen, thanks for the question. He asked,
oh yeah, had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Sheen, Charlie Sheen,
right.
I don't know, did not have a good Christmas. I did. Right. No, I saw the correction though.
Yeah. But yeah, man, yeah. I took the family down to Florida, as I mentioned before, and stuff. So we got to hang out with my sister, my mom, my niece, my great nephew, great niece. So it was super dope. You know what I mean? It's just like Christmas for me more than anything, it's just another family get together. You know what I mean? And so, you know, so I ain't one of these people that like is super anti-Christmas because I celebrate Kwanzaa. You know what I mean? And you can celebrate both. Like one has nothing to do with the other, so it's nothing.
And Kwanzaa is not religious.
It's not a religious holiday, and so and quite honestly, for Christmas for a lot of people isn't a religious holiday.
Right.
If we're keeping it a million, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. But yeah, man. So what you been? So I know you ain't been listening to much, but what you been watching? You know what I'm saying?
So I watched White Boy Rick, and then I watched the White Boy Rick documentary. Very unfulfilling experiences.
Okay.
But entertaining.
Okay.
I found it very interesting how they played the pity, up so well for White Boy Rick. Like they're talking about how, you know, no nonviolent offender has ever been locked up for this amount of time, and you know, all these people are fighting for him to get free. But I'd have to say that I'm probably about 95 to 97% sure that there's someone in jail right now that looks just like me that sold a pound of weed. So
sold a pound is something that's legal in a lot of places now, but they're still locked up.
And President Obama had to let dudes go, so I don't really give a shit about White Boy Rick being locked up.
Really don't.
And then the whole story is kind of fluke. The whole way that he even got into the dope game. It's a very unfulfilling story, but it's very entertaining. So watch it. It's cool. I started Bandersnatch. I fucked up. If you have Terrarium or any other free streaming service, do not watch Bandersnatch on it because it is an interactive movie. And you will not get the experience if you're not watching it on Netflix. Yeah. Because the shit just keeps playing over and over. It becomes very confusing, and you don't get to interact with it if you're not watching it on Netflix. So I got to go back and do Bandersnatch all over again. Yeah, I F that experience.
Yeah, way to go, Sherm. Way to go.
I F'd it up real nice.
I, on the other hand, did not F it up.
Bird Box.
Bird Box. Oh, yeah, we will be getting the Bird Box. So I got a chance to check it out. Bandersnatch. That's a Black Mirror for those of you who are familiar with Black Mirror. It was really, really dope. I think it's an interesting concept. I think the concept is better than the movie, if I'm keeping it in a million. You know what I mean? Like, I think the movie is interesting. It's a great concept. I like what they're doing. I like the whole interactive thing. This actually isn't the first interactive like movie or show that Netflix has done. They actually did something similar with Minecraft for kids. Like so Serenity, my daughter will watch it. Will watch Minecraft on Netflix, and then she has to choose what path they go. Right? Like someone asks a question.
I didn't even know there was a show.
Right. So they have a Minecraft show where literally they'll go through the adventure and they're asking them certain questions, and then Serenity or like whoever's watching it has to choose. Like, and so it's damn near the same concept. Not even damn near. It is the same concept as Black Mirror. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, get your little man to check it out. You know what I mean? It's a cool experience. But yeah, so I thought the movie was solid though. I thought it was a pretty good. I had some moments though where it's just like kill dad or walk away. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and walk away. You know what I'm saying? Dad's gonna die. Dad sucks. Dad is dying tonight. Right. But then you realize that like after a while, and I don't want to get too many spoilers, you know what I mean? But like in certain moments for you to get the full picture of what all
you gotta choose the fucked up alternate options.
Right, to see everything that can potentially happen.
Because if you walk away, nothing happens.
Right.
It doesn't.
But the wild thing is, like, there are certain parts where it's like where you try to avoid making a certain decision, and it keeps sending you back to that decision at a later point.
Oh wow!
It's just like, yeah, so we're really going to do this. This is what you're saying?
Yo,
I just can't not do it. Right? I feel like someone's controlling me at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely check it out. I feel like it's a really interesting concept, and you know, I enjoyed it for the most part. But yeah, let's talk about Bird Box, son.
Bird Box, a very good watch. But it is definitely derivative of several movies.
Yes, yeah, that it is.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. I don't really have too much to say about it other than I enjoyed watching it, and I just enjoyed figuring out which movies it was derivative of.
Right.
But yeah, it was good, man. Oh no, that's a spoiler. I gotta let.
Yeah, you gotta be easy with the spoilers.
Yeah, it's a real creepy part in the water with the fog.
Yeah,
that was creepy.
Yes.
Like, oh, is that real? But yeah, the whole concept. The concept is even the concept is derivative. It's just a cool movie, man. It's a cool movie.
I got you, Joshua. We'll cover that. He's off. Yeah, he's off tough. But yeah, I got him.
Okay,
right. But yeah, no, it's so one of the movies that is derivative of or that it borrows from like it's very similar conceptually to The Happening. M. Night Shyamalan.
The Happening, like, and the Quiet Place as well.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Quiet Place yet, but I've heard a few people brought that to my attention as well.
Yeah, it's definitely derivative of Quiet Place.
Yeah, and so yeah, I feel like though M. Night Shyamalan, you know, oftentimes get a bad rap for certain movies of his. I feel like The Happening wasn't one of his god awful movies. Like it was a solid movie.
It was a weird movie.
Yeah, it was, and the payoff was weak. Like I feel like the ending didn't really. I mean, how do you end something like that to begin with, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like the Bird Box, that's where one of the things that like really separates Bird Box from. I can only speak on The Happening because I didn't see the other one, but that's the major difference is the payoff. Like when the ending came and how they, you know, did certain things with the ending. Yeah, it was one of those like, pretty great. That was pretty cool. So I actually enjoyed it. I watched it twice. I went back and watched it again. You know, with the missus and stuff, because I told her she don't really do like the scary flicks and stuff. And I told her I was like, I had some moments, but it's, you know, it's pretty light compared to other things I've seen.
And it's very predictable.
Yeah,
it's super predictable. It's like they already show you the end.
He's gonna die.
Right.
You're
just waiting to see how it happens because you know, it's like, oh, okay, so yeah, nah, definitely.
Couple quick shout outs, real quick. Shout out to Magistral Mason, peace to you. Johnny, what up, man? Good to see you up in this joint.
All right, said what's up?
Hey, peace, family. So to answer your question, Joshua, we can absolutely do a song breakdown for Alone in the Rain. We can do that today. I'm with that. You cool with that, Sherm? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little history on that joint. Because even though it is a new song, a lot of people don't know what I guess like how much I had to go through to make that song actually happen. Like it's a new track, but the reason why it's on recompositions, I'll get into all of that in a few. So yeah, other stuff that I saw. Have you seen Aquaman yet?
I haven't seen Aquaman or Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man will be the next thing I see.
Yes. So, in my personal opinion, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man.
I'm probably gonna watch Aquaman in the theater. He's not a good actor.
So I'm gonna get to that in a second. So yeah, but definitely Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, in my opinion, is probably my favorite of all the Spider-Man movies ever made.
I'm hearing it's arguably the best comic book movie today.
I can see that. I can see why some people would say that. I don't know if I like it better than. I got a short list of movies I think I liked a little bit more. You know what I mean? However, it is that enjoyable. I can see maybe it in my top 5. You know what I mean? And there's been more than enough comic book movies to pick from. So yeah, I can see that. But Aquaman, I'll say this: like, you'll definitely see a lot of love-hate for Aquaman. Like, it's like very few people kind of right down the middle with it. It's either like people hated it or they loved it. I usually like flicks like that, where it's like, yo, like draw a line in the sand, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, B? You know what I'm saying? And so for me, like, Aquaman was a fucking good time, bro. Like, yo, like it was very campy, like the comedy and like little parts and stuff. Like, it's a movie that doesn't take itself too serious.
So you like Venom then?
Yes, I love Venom. I loved Venom.
Yeah,
I loved Venom.
That was Venom. A very disappointing movie.
So listen, so Venom for me, like, I thought going in, like, it was gonna be overly serious and dark. You know what I mean?
That's what I was looking for.
Right. So when it ended up being hilarious, like, it just made it more fun for me. Like, dog, we were dying in my
When has Venom ever been funny?
Son, Venom, it's kind of like,
name a funny time in a Venom comic, please.
It's the kind of the banter back and forth between the symbiote and Eddie Brock, like the interaction. There's moments,
but it was more serious. Like it was some real corny jokes being said.
No, like, because like, for example, when Money's like when he's talking about when he describes like how he's gonna tear dudes apart or whatever, and he's like, there'll be nothing but a turd in the wind, right? Like moments like that where it's like it's really dark or whatever. Like, but then there's a bit like it can keep going this route, and I feel like the script isn't good enough. The script wasn't good enough for it to keep going that route. So for it to not take itself too serious was probably the best route.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
and that's where I'm at with Aquaman too, where I think Aquaman doesn't have the best writing, right? But it's campy enough where it doesn't take itself too serious.
So the reason why you appreciated Venom is because you went in with low expectations.
Yeah,
I went in with very high expectations.
No. I'm sorry for you. Right, yeah, like that's the problem. Put it this way: in this age of comics,
considering the actor too, considering the character, the comic book character and the actor, I'm like, oh, this is about to be body bag.
Yeah, but it's like for me, I kind of knew. See, I made the mistake of reading. Well, no, it wasn't a mistake because it worked out in my benefit. I read a couple of reviews before I went to go see it. And so I was actually trying to talk my daughter out of seeing it because the reviews were so bad. But they were critic reviews, not fan reviews. Like, not fans who went to go see it. Because what people fail to realize, like, sometimes, yo, you just got to go see a movie. And remember that, son. No one pays you for your opinion, B. Just go see a movie. Right? Nigga, you're not a filmmaker. Sit down and go watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like sometimes we take ourselves too serious. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not to say your opinion don't matter, but does it really? You know what I'm saying? So I read the review and I almost didn't go see it. And then when I saw it, I was just like, yeah, like I actually had a good time. Like, yo, me and Serenity, I mean, my daughter's 10, so she, you know, it is entertaining. It is a very entertaining. And so lots of action. So Aquaman is far more entertaining. Aquaman is
far more entertaining.
Absolutely, yeah, far more entertaining. Aquaman has arguably some of the best computer graphics of any comic book movie ever made. Like the in terms of the backgrounds, the effects, certain things they've done. Certain. There's a moment where he dives into the water with a flare, and you see like this red light in the scene where these different creatures are following him in. That scene right there is one of the most epic, like just beautiful fucking scenes that I've ever seen in a movie, a comic book movie in particular, and it's reminiscent of the feeling I got when I was watching Thor Ragnarok, where the Valkyrie, where they're being killed off by Hela, like where the horses and all of the joints, like a flashback, real slow mo scene, like the shit is a beautiful scene. And that particular scene, like, is on par with that Thor Ragnarok scene. So yeah, man, I enjoyed it, dude. Like, I see a lot of people crapping on it and stuff. I don't think it's like the best comic book movie ever made, but it's definitely, I went in low expectations, and because of that, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. So I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so
let me just say one time,
I've been watching the
Christopher Davis, you, my friend, get the award for doing the most.
Right.
Congratulations for doing the absolute most, man.
Yeah. Let's try to catch some of these comics. Johnny Perezzo, your stand gotta be thankful to you for the coming home track. Bob Alloy is resonating strongly with me. Hey, Johnny, man, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. A lot of thought went into that particular track, man. Just really getting into some subject matter that doesn't always get covered in rap music in particular. So I thank you for that. Maybe one day I'll do a breakdown for that particular track. So there's a lot of history to that as well. What's up?
Miles B. Mr. Miles, you said the Eminem Venom joint hurts your ears, dog?
Oh, the song?
I can understand, like, I understand where you're coming from because of, like, he kind of does that irritating Eminem voice. But, bruh, you might need to go back into that song, man. That song is kind of fire. It's kind of fire. Like, it's not a ride around joint, but it's kind of fire. Like, flow wise and the way he's putting the lyrics together with the flow, it's kind of fiery, man. You might want to go back and try to listen to it without try to cancel the Eminem voice out. It's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, I don't like the chorus.
No, I do not like the chorus.
That
but
makes
when
it
he's
hard
spitting, he goes in.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
right.
that chorus is
that chorus is what.
But I understand the chorus because it's going along like so. I know what it's doing. The beat is going really fast. It's like the beat is weaving through traffic. So he's giving his.
I got it.
Yeah, it's whack. It's super whack. But it's still clever at the same time. It's whack. Like when I heard him doing it, I'm like, damn, that's really clever. You shouldn't have done that. But that's really
basically crazy, son.
Yeah.
But shout out
the chorus does ruin it. I do.
I mean, M does what he does. You know what I mean? So like the verses are dope. I ain't mad at the beat. I just can't stand the chorus. So look, let's wrap up the what we've been watching segment with the thing I've probably watched like 20 times, son, which is the Us trailer, dog.
Oh, we did not talk about the Us trailer. Jordan Peele is becoming my favorite director, producer.
Yeah.
What is he? I don't know the difference between a director or a producer. So sue me.
All right. No, I'm gonna
educate me.
Educate you.
Education time, because I know somebody right now is like, yeah, dog. Neither do I.
Right. So producers, right? They produce the film, right? Like they help the resources, give some direction in terms of what the expectation is.
So they're not behind the camera.
No, they're not. The producer isn't necessarily behind the camera. The director's the one directing. The actors. Like, all right, move here, this, and the third. The cameramen are set up, and they're telling them, like, all right, this shot should look like this. Maybe this person needs to be a little further here.
So
blah blah blah. So because the producer's the money bag. Producers produce. So even
the producers
they produce the film. Like
they pay to get the film put out.
Yeah.
Like when I think of producer, all I can think of is like everything is music with me, so I just think of somebody like producing a song. And I try to correlate that with
And so and check this out, hip hop, right? So while I love hip hop has done a disservice to the music community, like in terms of people who were introduced to music through hip hop. And the reason for that is because hip hop has kind of changed the definition of what a producer really is in music. Like a producer in music isn't necessarily the one who's making the beat. The producers are like the person who's bringing in the people. Like they might compose it, right? Like they might actually write it, But like Quincy Jones, even though he composed a song and he produced a song, he isn't necessarily playing every instrument. He brings in the folks, right? I've got my drummer, I got my bassist, maybe I play piano on it, but like producing the record or whatever is really like I'm gonna put team around.
So is writer and producer similar then for a movie?
No, because the writers actually like they write the script, right? Like or writing the screenplay and different things like that.
So what is the producer doing again? Like because the producer seems to be doing similar shit to what the director is doing. Like, see what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna.
No.
So, I don't want to be on this and bore the shit out of people.
Right, because we need to actually get to the trailer. We'll have a conversation off camera.
Okay, let's do.
So first of all, shout out to the motherfucking loonies, right? So Sherm knows that one of my guilty pleasures, and I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure because I don't judge people for smoking weed. You know what I mean? So I don't really care. You smoke weed, live your life, be great. But like I call it guilty pleasure only because I myself don't smoke weed. However, I have an appreciation for songs about weed. Like some of the songs about smoking are like some of the best songs ever made because sonically they're just dope, right? And so anyway, so off top, when I hear the song playing, I was like, oh, that's my joint. I'm like dancing on watching the trailer, and it's dope. I'm rocking with the family and stuff like that, right? But then, yo, as the trailer goes dark and different things start to happen, how they remix the music,
they have changed. I got five.
They made a song. Like if I did smoke, I probably would never smoke to that song again.
So right? Now, you know what I got from that. Now when I heard the change up, I'm like, oh, I wonder what this has to do with the movie.
Right?
What up, B? Yeah, I'm really wondering what that had, because you wouldn't do that. So because it's not 5 pieces.
So here you go. Right? I like not necessarily what was it? Well, so think about it like this. Less about the literal what the song itself is about, but more about the so I took it like alternate version, right? They're looking at alternate versions of themselves. Meanwhile, we're hearing alternate version of the music, like this song or whatever that brings joy in one way or whatever. Like that has this darker side. Then I started thinking, I was like, does maybe the part where everything switches in the movie, does it have something to do with smoking at some point in time? Does someone hit something and then it goes that way, right? So then there's that. But then Pete, right? So I'm a big fan of The Matrix. I'm also a fan of Alice in Wonderland. And I love how in The Matrix they use the references to Alice in Wonderland, right? The follower, the rabbit hole, right? Yeah. And so there are points, I think the little girl is wearing like a rabbit on her shirt or something like that. And so it's like, are we following her down the rabbit hole? Then you see all of the rabbits. And so then I start thinking about like the place that they're in, like when they are in, look like a psychiatric ward or something like that. And then we see all of these rabbits. So then I start thinking, I'm like, is it cloning? Like, is this what we're dealing with? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is the movie going to touch on cloning? Like, so there's so much to pull, right? And then if you watch the trailer again, there's the little girl's wearing a pin, like on her jacket. And when you pause and look at the pin, right? It's one of those images. I forget what it's called, right? It's one of those images where it's like a flip, right? So like, let's say if the image was like this or whatever, and then it's flipped like that, where it's mirroring images, right? And so then you're dealing with the whole scene, an alternative version of themselves, right? Yeah. And so the subtleties, there's so many Easter eggs in the trailer. I watched the trailer like 5 or 6 times, not like really more like about 10 times. And yeah, man, I'm definitely I don't know, man. It's been I'm super excited to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's gonna be great. Speaking of a film I forgot to mention that I saw as well, and the only reason I'm thinking about this because we got good music playing, and then also there was great music in this film. If you have not seen If Bill Street Could Talk, please see that movie, yo. It's cinematically it's pausing.
No, it looked like it's good though. Like okay. Good on my phone. So.
Okay, it might just be on here because I'm on the But anyway, the cinematography is what I meant to say. The cinematography in that movie is absolutely beautiful. It's directed by the same brother who did Moonlight. the music, the arrangements, like the people who did the score for that film, they should definitely get nominated. They might win, like, because the music is like one of the most moving parts of the film. So definitely check out if Bill Street Can Talk as well. And that about, like, you got anything else to add? Or is that, we covered a lot on movies. Yeah, man. Yeah, we talked, probably this is the most we ever talked about movies. So look, I'm sure y'all got questions. We got answers. If you got questions, throw them my way. Sorry for
question I see is, do y'all mess with Freddy Gibbs?
I like some of his stuff. I don't love all that he does, though. You know what I mean?
I stopped listening. Well, no, not stopped listening. I stopped.
That joint with Black Thought, though, is horrible.
What's this?
That's the joint where they got the Bob James sample.
Oh, whose album is it on? If it's on the Freddy Gibbs album, I haven't heard it. Yeah, I know I haven't.
You know that sample, though.
Yeah,
that's the Bob James. You know?
Yeah, I kind of
still playing in my mind.
Freddy Gibbs kind of.
It's crazy.
After he did the joint with Mad Lib, like, I don't need to. What turned me off of Freddy Gibbs is when I heard the song "How to Rob." And I really thought Freddy Gibbs was a lot. I thought he was going to be a more intricate rapper than that. Like, I just thought he was more hip hop than what he actually is. So he's not bad, but he's definitely a one trick pony. Like, all he's going to do is rap, rob, and watch people get robbed, and tell you all the stories of Gary. All the horror stories of Gary, like, he's cool, but I don't particularly, quote unquote, mess with him. Yeah, all Pinata is all I can give you, Freddie, man.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was Pinata had some joints. Was it? I don't really have a whole lot to say about Freddie Gibbs. The joints I've heard him on or whatever, like, he's a solid rapper. Ain't necessarily the type of hip hop I listen to all the time. So, like, I don't really have a whole lot negative or great to say about him. I know he can rhyme. I definitely haven't heard anything from him that I thought was trash. You know what I mean? So I'll leave it at that. Couple of things. So number one, D-Money. It's great that you just asked about North Carolina. I'm there next month. Yeah. I got 2 gigs in North Carolina. However, I'm sorry to disappoint you in advance. Neither one of the shows are me rapping, believe it or not. Both events are like speaking engagements. So one of the events is really dope. Well, both events are really dope. But the first event that I'm doing, I believe, is January 18th or 19th. If you look, the date should be, yes, 18th. There's a panel discussion that's happening in Durham, North Carolina. I'll put the link in the description after. But basically, I'm a part of this panel discussion that talks about Black PST, Black PSTD, and then PTSD. Pardon me, Black PTSD, and then Black villainism in movies. How like that affects how that's portrayed in the media, how it affects people on their own. And we're doing this discussion while we go to see the movie Blast. So like if you come, you can join me, a rack of homies down in North Carolina in Durham. We can all go check out the film and then participate in this panel that's going to be a great discussion about Black villainy and PTSD. So it's going to be really powerful. And then the day after that, if you guys are independent musicians, visual artists, or small business owners, my company, Substantial Art and Music, we're doing a panel from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Durham, North Carolina as well, talking about how to survive as an independent artist and how to thrive as well. And so just giving local artists in that particular scene more tools to pursue their dreams and to make a living doing it. You know what I mean? So come check it out. It should be a great event. So I am coming to North Carolina.
Yes, ATL Memorial Day weekend update.
So that's still going down. It's official. We are booked, contract signed. So I will be there. It's Momocon. All you gotta do is go to momocon.com to get your tickets for it. I'm more than likely going to be doing the panel either on Thursday or Friday. That hasn't been confirmed. And the show is either Friday or Saturday night. Also has not been confirmed in terms of date or time. But me being at Momocon is absolutely confirmed. I will be there. We just still haven't locked down schedule yet. So the moment I get the exact schedule in terms of when I'm performing and where I'll be speaking at the con, I will let you guys know. But thank you for asking.
Got a good one.
All right.
First of all, what up, YT? I feel honored that we have a Compton, California resident in here. Because Compton. Compton is just a cool place. It's not really, because that's what Kendrick said. But
peace, YT. Welcome.
What made you go against the grain and rap the way you do? Was it a sense of responsibility you felt you needed to be the voice for? I just wish more folks like yourself would step up when so much could be done.
Hey, Josh.
Auto-corrected for you, Joshua McGee.
Yeah, and I love his next comment, too. Being conscious of being a black man and actually rapping about those things we go through is too dope. Hey, man, Joshua, man. Hey, look, bro. Like, first of all, thank you, man. You know, it's a tricky thing, man. Like, I hear my community, like, every day, you know, while I'm out here, just kind of voice certain concerns. And a lot of the elders and stuff that helped raise me, and a lot of the youngest too, man. Like, they always try to hold me accountable for the things I said. You know what I mean? And so, and I'm not gonna front, like in the beginning of my career, I was necessarily the most positive or most conscious. Right? I started out as a battle rapper, but as I spent more time with the folks who I respected in my community, just talking to them about what my role was as an MC, and what my responsibility was. Like, yeah, it weighed heavy on me, man. Like, different things, like, you know, I used to say the N-word real heavy, and I still do. But I used to say it a lot in my rhymes, right? And when my first album came out, and they did autocorrect, and it changed everything that I said N-I-G-G-A to N-I-G-G-E-R. And that album went out to the world. It was my first album that went out all over the world. And people had copies of that. And, you know, as I traveled and toured, like, you know, I was held accountable. Like, you know, I was held responsible for what I said and how it was reflected in the album everywhere I went. And people had conversations with me. And so going forward, as I made more records, I stopped saying it less and less, because the other thing is, unfortunately, although I'm not, you know, I don't back down from me being the type of artist I am. But the downside to me being the type of artist I am is that I'm oftentimes not supported heavily by people who look like me.
Look like you.
Right? Like, the bulk of the shows I do.
You don't say nigga enough. You don't smoke weed enough. You don't talk about popping bottles enough. What are you rapping for?
I get treated as though I'm walking out here acting like I'm this holier than thou dude, right? And like I'm almost faking or something. But, like, you know, people who know me, this is who I am. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I just find it important to be my authentic self in the music. And for a lot of the artists, I mean, I know there's a lot of dudes who are being who they truly are. You know what I mean? And then there's some dudes who just playing the game. You know?
Yes, America. This joker is really this sappy all the damn time. Yes, he's always trying to say, motherfuckers, this is really him. Yeah. You will not, like, this camera doesn't go off and he's like, yeah, man, these motherfuckers are 90, man. These niggas in this motherfucker. No, like, it's the same. This is the same dude on and off camera. Just like I'm the same dude on and off camera. Yeah, probably unfortunate.
And for real, that's like one of the reasons why I stepped to you about doing this, like, with me, because I could ask anybody to do this with me, but it's just like, yo, who better, right? Like, for you to really get to know me better. And to really kind of drive the point home even more, like, yo, this is my life, this is who I am, to have with me than a dude who's known, like, he's known me since I was like 10 or 11.
Fact checker.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't, and it's like the homies I grew up with versus, like, I mean, I could bring any of my homies I make music with all the time, but they only get like a certain part of me, right? They never get the whole picture, but this dude's been around like from day one virtually. So, like, I mean, I can't be on camera fronting like, you know, like, yeah, niggas be doing this, that, third, blah, blah, blah. He gonna be side-eyeing me the whole time. And y'all seen this dude clown me a rack of times, you know, like hold me accountable for whatever, you know, we don't agree on everything and shit. Like, that's why he's here. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't pretend in front of this dude. Like, you know, and it's like, and I wouldn't pretend in front of this dude. And I wouldn't pretend for y'all. So, well, y'all think y'all, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, y'all, we're just us, man. Like, and so, yeah, man. I don't necessarily. My goal isn't to try to make people be anything other than who they are. So if you're really that ignorant, you know, I mean, shit, you know, be honest with yourself, man. If that's who you are, that's who you are. But more than anything, what I'm about is just growth. You know what I mean? It's like where people start isn't necessarily where they end up. So, you know, it's like if a person starts out extremely ignorant, I try not to judge too much because I know that I wasn't necessarily the most conscious dude coming up. So like, he know where the fuck I grew up. Like, yo, like it took me, this has been years of work to get where I'm at right now. I wasn't always this way. My wife can verify that too. I wasn't this dude, wasn't the exact dude I am now when my wife met me. So, you know, it is what it is, man.
So we got a pretty decent one here. Okay. So where did this go? Where did it go? Yo, Sherm. Not trying to end your friendship, LOL, but is Stan your favorite rapper? Miles B. The answer is no. The answer is no, man. There's no way.
And if you said that because you asked, I'm like, nigga, you lying. It's like,
there will be no way possible. Like this, and this is not a diss. There will be no way possible for Stan to be my favorite rapper. I've been listening to rap since I've been listening to rap since fucking what's the Broken Glass? I'm terrible with names.
Oh, it was since Melly Mel.
No, dog. I'm close to the essence. So we were born the same year. There's no way that he could be my favorite rapper. That's like somebody that came up with Jordan, which is like if you ask James Worthy, is Michael Jordan your favorite fucking player? Hell no. Why would he be?
Right. And then y'all to keep 100 with you, like a lot of the rappers who are like my favorite rappers, they don't make the type of hip hop I make. You know what I mean? Like that's just real. Like I don't sit around listening to me all day. Like, oh, I'm the dopest.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's funny. And a lot of my peers, like I admire these dudes. I think they are amazing artists. A lot of my peers aren't even in my top 10, top 20. You know what I mean? And it's not that they're not dope. It's just like it's when you're too close to something.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like it's not that. Not to say that Substantial is not one of the dopest artists that I know, but he is not my favorite. He is definitely one of the dopest, but not my favorite.
I appreciate it.
So just to clarify, because I know somebody's in there like, oh damn, this nigga just shitting on Stan, sitting right beside him. He is wild.
Someone get that man a rag. Get that dude off his face. You know what I'm saying? Catching all the
That was a good question, though. That was a good question. All right. Oh, Chris wants to know if you think he's ignorant, man. Chris is on his shit tonight, man. Yeah, I don't know. Chris got an AK-47 out there tonight,
like,
man.
I don't know you personally, so there's no way for me to know if you're ignorant or not. You know what I mean? I do know that, like when we do the chat and the different things like that, you seem to be like, you know, you're a little extra in the joint. You know what I mean? That's about all I know about you. I know you don't like Black Thought. I remember that, right? But you like me, so I can't be too mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I can't judge someone's level of intelligence or level of ignorance based off a few interactions with them online. I'm not a dude who rushes to kind of judge people just off a quick or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah. But how much time we got right now? Let me see.
I don't even know.
Hold up. Let me take a look. We 43 minutes in, so we got about this. We got a little about like 17. Let me see. Make sure we covering the topics.
Oh, my name dropping titles.
What you
say? We were playing Idealism Controller in the back. So I just want to say, because I don't really have anything right now, and I just got a whiff of myself. So I was coming to Substantial's house tonight, and we got this place up here called Sardis. And Sardis got the dope shit. So I ordered me my typical from Sardis because I'm not a huge, I don't participate in poultry and beef too much. So I got my favorite fish sandwich. And they were on their shit tonight. Amazing. I'm talking about, they were on it tonight, dog. Amazing. So
yeah, it has a slice of yam.
Motherfucking
who does that?
Potato on that
slice
thing,
of sweet potato,
red onion sauce.
The sauce.
So
he's a terrible friend because he ain't bring me shit.
No, I was thinking about myself at the time, man.
Selfish. You see that?
So look, let me finish my story.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm gone. I'm sorry.
So I'm riding, and I'm like, yeah, I got my little plate in my lap, driving down the highway, headed to Substantial. I'm like, yeah, I got my fish sandwich, everything's good. Plate is under me, won't fuck anything up. So I get to one place that I had to stop. I had to return some things before I got here. Turn on the light, came through dripping. The motherfucking sandwich got me. So I'm thinking, all right,
Mugen, I got
this ain't too bad because this is it's a nylon bomber. So shit wipes off real easy.
I got you too, John.
Yeah, but not smells.
Yeah.
So I'm in here right now cranking. Like I'm smelling my fingers. I got a little bit up on my shirt. My jacket reeks of onions right now.
This smells like the sandwich he did not bring. Man. The same sandwich he did not bring for me is what he smells like, which is my favorite sandwich from the joint.
Best sandwich.
So he just comes in this joint, just wafting his fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and another thing. You know what I'm saying? And the sandwich
just emanate.
It's just like the sandwich
permeating out this motherfucker.
Straight up, yo, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, man. And so, so a couple of different things. Johnny, I got you on yours, and then Mugen says if you, I don't know if you saw, but would you ever collab with M if you get if the chance came up? Yeah, absolutely. I'm a fan of M. Anybody I'm a fan with. If so, hold up. So hold up. So if I had a chance to collaborate with him and I like the production and the theme of the record, I'd do it. Okay. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be on anything. You know what I mean? Like,
so you're not getting on the Venom. You're not getting on Venom with him if he remixes Venom.
Hey, you know what?
Give him the chorus.
If he I was gonna say if I could do the chorus.
I know. I knew that's what you were gonna say. I was gonna say no. Keep in the chorus
because in my crew, man, I always had the reputation as like
the hook man.
Yeah, like the Truth used to call me like UV's Method Man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the hook dude.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, man, like, you know, I mean, because sometimes a collab isn't always trading verses with people. Sometimes it's throwing a hook in there. Sometimes it's like, you know, developing a melody for the joint. But yeah, I'd absolutely collab with him. You know, and so Johnny,
I wouldn't want to see it.
Johnny, unfortunately, I can't answer your question because you basically said I can't say my favorite X-Men member. So yeah.
What was the question? I see people talking about Cyclops.
Yeah. So he said, "What's my favorite X-Men? No Wolverine allowed."
What?
So now here's the thing.
How do you do that? You can't do that.
You can't ask somebody who their favorite member
and then take out one of the dopest members of the X-Men.
So hold up. He's like, hold on, let me get my composure. All right. So, what's it? Name it like a hold on. Niggas like
who's your favorite member of the Roots and you can't say Black Thought?
Or like, who's your favorite member of Tribe Called Quest? You can't say
Q-Tip.
Like, that leaves like the hype man, one other rapper, and the DJ.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
right. That's not how you do this, Johnny. It's not how it works.
Most dudes is gonna be Wolverine.
So
I feel
now, so look, so I got a legit reason why Wolverine is my favorite dude, right? And any reason that I said would have been legit. First of all, so listen. So my legitimate reason, yeah, that beat is crazy. Oh, so Sherm wants to know what this is. I added this in late. So this beat right here, yeah, it's artist is quickly. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, it's not the whole track. Like, this part of the beat comes in halfway through. Yeah.
Oh, so this is, oh, wow. So, this is
right,
playing.
Right, because the beat starts about here. See, look. It's a different song. And then in the middle,
wow.
Yeah.
It just turns into magic.
This is where Sleepwell comes in. And that's why I added it, because when I heard the other part of the beat, I was like,
that is magic.
But then Sleepwell comes in. Yeah. So anyway, so the reason why Wolverine is my favorite X-Men, all right? So the reason why Wolverine is my favorite X-Men, so basically, the first comic I ever bought was a Wolverine comic, right? Like when I was like 11, I was staying out in San Diego with my uncle, and like when we got in town, he let me go into a comic book store. I bought me a book from Comic-Con. That was the first time I ever knew that they had comic conventions. So I bought a book about Comic-Con. And then I bought a Wolverine comic, and I bought I forget what else it was. But Wolverine was my introduction to the X-Men. before I even knew who the X-Men were, I knew who Wolverine was. So there's no getting around that. My second favorite member of the X-Men, though, is Storm. You know what I mean? I always liked Storm. I used to think Storm was sexy. You know what I mean? So look, I was a kid. You know, it's like Rogue was like
sexy one to me.
Rogue was sexy too. I didn't have an appreciation. I didn't really like have a super appreciation for it until I was older. You know what I mean? I think when the like I thought
she wasn't a super action type of hero.
Yeah, and then plus, you know, like I mean, what was it? Storm for me was like my first time seeing a black woman in comics. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so
even though I feel like they really did a good job of trying to hide the fact that she was black in older comics. Because I remember when I first saw Storm, I couldn't tell that she was necessarily black. I would question what she was.
Right.
I'm talking about Wade. I'm talking about back. Like not. I could be wrong, but I can't recall seeing her and actually saying like, oh, that's a black woman. I would see her and be like, she doesn't seem like most comic book characters. Like, is she an alien? But yeah, I didn't really see the blackness at first, but
right.
It could just be me.
Nah, I feel you. Let's see. I think we missed a couple of other joints. D-Money said, thanks for answering my question, sub, regarding the events in NC. For future reference, if I wanted to search for any concert/tour events, what is the best website to check those dates? Honestly, the place that I probably update the most frequently is on Instagram. So, like, check there. Twitter, that's where I'm, like, constantly updating stuff. And then the next best bet is iamsubstantial.com, because on my website, and right now I got to update my calendar, so that's why I'm saying check on my social media. Just because whenever I want to update social media, it's one post. Whenever I want to update my website, it's about like an hour worth of work or whatever. You know what I mean?
Skippy.
Oh,
I don't know nobody ever asked me questions like that, man.
So look, I feel like
I be doing shows. I rap.
So real quick, before we leave, I want to do something. I'm gonna do two things for y'all. So someone asked about a song breakdown.
After the Rain.
Right. So Alone in the Rain. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a song breakdown. I think it was Joshua that asked about that. And then hold on, Mugen also had a question too. He said, by the way, there's these underground artists that I feel are around the skill level that I wanted to ask you about. Have you ever heard of yes, I've heard of Chaotic Link, yeah.
You just lost a fan, dog.
Who's that?
Johnny.
Oh, what'd he say?
Johnny's not the Wolverine thing, man. I'm returning all of your music. You lost a fan.
I'm sorry, Johnny. It's like, you know, I can't help
Johnny.
I was introduced. And Cyclops may be the most hated comic book character in comic book history.
For real?
Yeah, like people don't like Cyclops. A lot of people don't. Like not
Why
everybody.
Lasers out of his eyes.
I mean,
that shit is fucking fantastic.
No, it's just, he's just, I don't know, man. He's a bit douchey to me, man.
I was gonna say he's a bitch.
Yeah, he is a bitch.
Yeah, Wolverine definitely deserves Rogue. I don't understand how she likes Scott, but.
Yeah, I mean,
tough chicks usually like the soft dudes. So.
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't disagree with that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure someone's saying that about my wife and me, right? It's like to someone, I am Cyclops, so you know what I'm saying? What I look like?
No Cyclops.
Mugen was saying,
last question.
I think I started to, and then I jumped from it. That's where he was asking about, have I ever heard of these artists like Naive, CL, Chaotic Link, and Asheru,
of course.
So Asheru's the homie. We've done plenty of shows together. We're actually performing in Atlanta together. That's in May.
We only know one CL.
Huh?
I said we only know one CL.
Right. I mean, I've heard of Chaotic Link though. I've heard of Chaotic Link before.
Man, you're supposed to keep going with your joke, man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? This is the whole sappy thing he was talking about. You know what I mean? Shit like this. You know what I mean?
I've heard of Chaotic Link. I'm trying to make a whole CL smooth joke. I have heard of Chaotic Link. I have.
Yeah. Joke, right. I'm sorry. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what just happened. I just
tagged you with an L.
All right, so look.
What Where's the music, man? What did you do?
I paused the music because it was on the last song. You know what I mean? But like, I can run it back a couple. How about I play the one you
Miles B is like, it's over?
Nah,
there's no music on. We just in here dry.
So look, the reason I had a reason for stopping the music. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna stop it again for the reason. So look, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you who stuck around all this time, I was very busy earlier today working on beats. And so I'm gonna let you hear something that's super new. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna probably come out until a couple months from now. Right,
you about to play what you played earlier?
Yeah, I'm about to play what you
Hey,
played earlier.
Please put your comments. Like, as soon as you feel whatever. Oh, you're not gonna play the lyrics?
I'm gonna let them hear the beat first, then I'm gonna play the lyrics. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All
okay.
Right. So Pete, so check this out, right? So one of the things I'm working on for next year, I got a lot of projects coming. I'm working on recompositions, which is almost done. I got this music for this documentary film. The beat's already done. I got to submit the final master today or tomorrow. I got my next solo record coming. Me and Marcus D are working on new stuff. And I'm also working on 2 collab projects outside of the stuff with Marcus. First collab project is a collab with my nephew. My nephew goes by Wealth. I know, right? My nephew goes by Wealth, but the E is a 3. You can look him up. Most of the music he make is very trap influence. You know, we use a little bit of the auto-tune, but my nephew gets busy.
He's not saving the babies.
He's not saving the babies. He's not saving the babies.
But he is taking you to the party and getting your ass lit.
Right.
For sure.
And the dopest thing about the reason why I love what my nephew, like what he represents, is the fact that, like, even though he's very much like a lot of the young dudes who are doing it right now, you know, like, he's a dude who he's doing that, but he still appreciates the dope shit.
I was going to say,
so I think a lot of times,
it's more palatable.
I think a lot of people who hear the stuff like what my nephew makes and stuff just automatically assume that these youngsters are lost and they don't know about the real shit and they don't really rock with that other shit. And my nephew's never been that dude. I mean, I'm his uncle, so, like, you know, he was listening to a lot of like Ninth Wonder and fucking like just like rare shit at a really young age, and was going on stage live with me doing beatbox battles and exchanges. What just happened?
I was just reading my name as my name's comment.
Oh my God, what she put?
Look at that number. We're
gonna glaze over. What she
just
doing?
It's...
Oh my God,
yeah.
Yo. All right, so so listen. So I'm gonna address this real quick. So Christopher, while I do love you and I appreciate your support, brother, whatever you're doing right now, it's starting to agitate other people in the chat. So I highly suggest you chill out a little bit, because we don't want a situation where we got to block you so everybody else can just kind of enjoy the process. So just calm down a little bit.
High speed tonight, man.
Yeah, because whatever you're doing right now is starting to agitate some of our other folks and stuff, and I appreciate all of y'all. So just chill out, man. So anyway, what was it? Where was I going? All right, we're about to play the track. Here we go. Let's keep it moving. Y'all going in right now. Oh my God. All right. So anyway, here we go. New beats. Beat's not done yet. It's just a rough draft.
Yeah, we are definitely fam here, man. So any extra shit, just ignore it and vibe. Just do your shoulder like this. That piano reminds me of something. I just can't figure the song out.
And so again, the drum beat's just a rough draft, right? Alright, so on that note, now what I'm gonna do, right? So the reason why I brought up my nephew is because we're doing a collab EP where, like, I'm gonna produce all the beats, he's gonna do all the rhymes. And so that I just played for y'all is one of the beats. A couple weeks back, I played some of the other tracks I did for him. So now what I'm gonna actually play is him spitting over it. All right.
Please comment.
Yeah, definitely want to know.
Don't lie.
All right. And here we go. All right, hold on. Again, you shouldn't be listening expecting to hear Little Meek. He's his own artist.
That part of the bottom.
Yeah, nah, I haven't tweaked on that. So. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's FSG. It's not even done. The beats, bare bones right now. But here we go with my nephew verses and stuff.
I don't play by the law. Hands on my balls, I play like a boss. I look in the mirror, I don't see nothing wrong. Then I look up and see where I belong. Into the door, I'm finna relax. Words to my element, I'm finna be back like OG Bobby. Covered in wax, leave nothing behind. You can't cover my tracks, checkmate. I'm finna body, little mommy. Great sex, sir, what card to charge you? Outdoor and Kalani. Booted up, we taste testimony. I'm considered a low. I'm too sick with the flow. Let me read you this road. Windows open up. I'm proceeding in the middle. Yeah, that's me leaving because I just don't feel you. I turned it up, but I still wouldn't hear you. That trap shit ain't working. You should be more spiritual. Not even lyrical. I just might be a miracle. I fell off the sky. No need for a parachute. Not even close. You couldn't compare it to. Won't take the L because I missed the incredible jump back. Yeah, still 2 steps ahead of you. Kick up my feet while I'm blowing this medical. I can do for myself, but can somebody save me? My soul not for sale. They keep trying to break me. I've been going through hell. I work all you can tell. But man, it's just crazy. I'm just a 92 baby. I can do for myself. But can somebody save me? My soul never says. They keep trying to break me.
Yeah, man. So let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out to My Name Is My Name. She already gave some feedback. And anybody else, man.
Like a boogie.
Oh, Boogie with the hoodie. Yeah, I'm familiar. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Thank you if it's FSG. He got that sub singing bug. Yeah, I know. I've been singing a lot more on my joints.
How does it sound without
Love Your Crayon stuff.
I don't like the Robo Boys. Beat is nice. Oh, he's dope. He's dope without the auto tune. This is dude's nephew. Yeah, so it's like he's not too far from the hip hop.
Yeah, he definitely has a husky like he has a husky voice. He got a lot of bass in his voice and stuff as well. And so I think for him, I should say, like, you know, like, I wouldn't say auto-tune is like a crutch for him, but it's definitely kind of something he's just kind of used or whatever over the years. It's another tool he's used. And it works for what he's doing, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of stuff I'm producing for him is a little different than what you would probably typically hear him over. But I'm not even mad at how it sounds over this style of track. You know what I mean? It's just a different look. So, but yeah, man. So like, definitely we're working on like a 5-song, bare minimum, maybe 6-song EP. I'm not sure when it's going to come out yet. We're like 3 songs in so far. And you know, I'm working on more beats or whatever over the next week or 2 for him. Hopefully we'll be done before the month is out. So the concept of the project's called Bridge. Or Bridges. And so basically like this whole conversation of like the old heads and young heads and the lack of respect for one generation and just the constant beefing that you're seeing going online. And just like, you know, I thought it would be dope, like this idea of someone who's clearly, hey, an older head, working with somebody, you know, who's my family, he's my blood, but he's representative of these young dudes, these dudes in their early to mid 20s, who are known for making a certain style of hip hop and stuff. So,
but it's always over the same production.
Yeah, it's the same, more the same. And so what I really was trying to challenge him to do musically was just to like get away sonically away from what kind of folks are used to hearing him over, but not necessarily change who he is and what he talks about. Like talk about the same stuff. And like, and you know, and I'm still kind of trying to meet him in the middle a little bit where like this track sounds like this, but some of the other stuff I made for him has a little bit of trap influence, but still soulful. You know what I mean?
So it's FSG. That's the key right there. It's definitely not your typical mixture, but that's how music evolves. Like somebody has to start the evolution. So you can't just keep doing trap trap songs, like you can't keep putting the same thing on over the same type of production. Right. Somebody has to start an evolution in the trap music, because at this point, trap music is pretty stale. Mm-hmm. It doesn't move at all. And I feel like go ahead, my bad. No, I was just gonna say, so this is really a good direction for it to right.
Hey. Yeah, and I also feel like that sometimes when people hear like certain styles of production, or in this case, like I know Miles B was just commenting on the auto-tune stuff. I feel like people automatically kind of disqualify it as having like a certain type of soul to it. You know what I mean? And or like it's not as introspective, right? Like the beats are kind of doing a certain amount of the work, like for some of these other artists who, for the most part, are shallow. Because the other thing I wanted to point out too, like if you listen to music from a certain era,
peace, Johnny.
Right? Peace, Johnny.
Music from a certain era.
Yeah, like what was it? Like when you look at old hip hop artists, like when people criticize the younger generation for the stuff they talk about, it's almost like they forget that a lot of our favorite rappers who we celebrate literally were talking about these, or still are talking about the exact same thing. And so I think them like a younger artist being over production that sounds like it's from that era, right? And then and you hear some of the similarities or whatever in the vibe, but then maybe it also makes it clear that, like these dudes are still kind of illustrating the same pain. They're talking about the struggles with the same like drug abuse. They're talking about the struggles of being in the same community, the same dealings with women, good or like negative or positive. You know what I mean? Like it's not as far from what we knew as hip hop, like as folks want to make it out to be. And I can honestly say that as somebody who listens to what the young dudes is doing and still listens to what some of the old heads are putting out. But I get it. Everybody got their, like what they like. But I'm just trying to help people kind of see it a little different. And I think working with my nephew is a great way to kind of to build that bridge. Hence why we call it Bridge or Bridges. So yeah, man. So that's it. Thank y'all for the feedback. And on that note,
hey Chris, have a good night, brother. We're gonna try this again next week, man.
Right.
We're gonna try this again next week. Hey, hit you a little blunt or something before the next show, man. Hit you a little weed or something, man. Yeah. Just to bring it down a little bit, man.
Yeah, man. But definitely what I was gonna say is what was it? Oh, what did he say? Oh, okay. They talking about soccer, I think.
Real Madrid talk, yeah.
So last thing,
Peace, name is my name.
So
stop starting shit.
Right. Please. So look, last thing before we go, quick song breakdown for and I'll play it low in the background. Yeah, we ain't even get to that. Yeah.
Do we need to save that for next week, man? Because people are starting to leave.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that's not a cheap song, man. Like that ain't no rappy rap.
So look, I know Joshua's still here, and Joshua's the one that asked me to do it. So how many people in here want me to go ahead and break down the song "Alone in the Rain," or how many people want me to hold it for next week? Let me know in the comments, and then based on what y'all say, I'll go ahead and either start the exit music or we'll keep it.
Hey, Mugen. This motherfucking naive. Mugen. This motherfucking naive or naive better be great. He better be fired. Yeah. He or she better be fired. Hey, you said that 2 to 3 times. I'm going to check.
I'm already hit home. I'm already hit, and I'm trying to remember if it was naive or someone else that has a similar name that I did a song with.
Better be fired. Break it down now. Go ahead. Go
ahead.
He is okay. I'm gonna check him out.
All right.
Next week, if you gotta breeze through that. All right, there's a good point. So if he doesn't now, there's a chance he might have to kind of cut it up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not a super long story. It's not. I mean, the breakdown is not gonna be super long. I mean, even for me, I know. See that look you giving me,
you, man. But
this is why he's here. Oh, you looking at the time? How long are we running?
It's about to be. We're about 5 or 10. 10.
You know what? Let's do it next week.
Yeah,
we'll say that for the new year. You know what I mean?
Look, I'm real. Don't do it, sub.
Hey, John's the one that asked me to do it. So, yeah. Bet. So, next week, we'll go ahead and do the song breakdown, and that's the cue for the theme music. You know what I mean?
Because somebody is waiting to go sit down somewhere. Nah, man, you can't be breaking down music on the way out the door.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can do this on the way out the door.
Get shoulders. And then we got like fire trucks in the background. Oh, I'm just looking at what Sherm looks like on the screen.
Doing my shoulders. Hit him with the shoulders.
Hey, look, man. Happy New Year to you guys, man. Thank y'all, man. It's been an amazing year for the show. We've grown a lot. Shout out to the people who joined us recently. Shout out to the people that
look,
riding with us for a
we
while.
got families here. My wife telling me to go eat. That's
right,
what Josh was saying.
Hey, shout out to Joshua's wife, who's the real MVP every other week. You know what I mean? But yeah,
I gotta freeze again. I can't do it now because you just told me to. Now it's not gonna feel organic.
But thank y'all for tuning in, man. What was it? Next year will be our first show in 2019. It'll also be a couple days after Shamark's birthday, and it'll be the day before my birthday. So next week should be a great show. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll have some surprises for you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you noticed, but Sherm has frozen. That's that YouTube magic for you. So if you have not subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I think that's about it, man. You know what I'm saying? We surprised out. This is so crazy. This is so crazy,
I wasn't even breathing either. Right. Oh, shit. I blinked twice, though.
Right.
I fucked up. I blinked twice.
Yeah, man.
Joshua.
Slow down on those cold ones for the first.
There's only 2 of them, man.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm trying to get Sherm to travel with me, man. Like,
I'm trying to do the Atlanta joint, man.
Yeah,
I really want to do the Atlanta.
Sherm wants to come to Momocon. You know what I mean?
Because I got family down there, so y'all might F around and see me out there.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. That'd be dope. So, we're going to see if we can get Sherm in for some of these live events and stuff. Get Sherm on the road. So that way we can take some Sundays on the road. You know what I'm saying? Do some things.
My name is my name. If you say peace one more time,
right.
Throw your ass to bed, girl.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's the folks who ain't trying to go.
That's how you know you ain't trying to leave, right?
Yeah.
That's the person at the party's like, all right, got one shoe on, I'm about to go. No, for real. Kid got the kids with the coats on and everything, but ain't gone nowhere. Got a drink in the hand and everything.
Well, we about to go for real.
No,
we go for real. Right around you right there.
Love y'all.
Love y'all, man. Peace.
Deuces.